Hello everyone. Now we are discussing about the another term used in the power quality, that is voltage unbalance. That is voltage unbalance. Voltage unbalance. Voltage unbalance is nothing but if you take a three-phase system, there may be a change in the magnitudes and phase difference between the different lines which are connected in that. Suppose I will take an example for a balanced system. First, if it is a balanced system, all the magnitudes and phase angles of three different phases will be equal. Three different phases will be equal. That is, it will not vary. If all the magnitudes and phase differences of different phases are equal, let me say this is R phase, this is Y phase, and this is B phase waveform. If the magnitudes and phase differences of different phases are equal, if the magnitude, that is voltage magnitude and the phase angle difference between the different phases are equal in a particular system, then that is called as a balanced system. Then that is called as a balanced system. You see the magnitude of voltage of R, magnitude of voltage Y and B. The magnitude of voltage of R is equal to Y equal to B, and the phase angle maintained between these three phases will be equal. That type of system is called as a balanced system. But in this we are discussing about a voltage unbalance. Voltage unbalance. Now I am going to draw the similar diagram for the voltage unbalance now by taking a three-phase system. Let me say that the R waveform is moving like this. This is the magnitude of R, voltage magnitude of R phase. Coming to the diagram of Y phase, it is completely different. And coming to the B phase, this is R phase, this is Y phase, and this is nothing but what? B phase. So, you see the unbalanced system here. The waveform of the unbalanced system has different voltage magnitudes, where the R has a voltage magnitude at this point, Y has a voltage magnitude at this point, and B has a voltage magnitude at this point. These are three-phase systems, where the voltage magnitude and phase angles are not equal. Such type of system is called as an unbalanced system. Such type of system is an unbalanced system. Now I am going to give the definition for voltage unbalance. A voltage variation in a three-phase system. A voltage variation in a three-phase system in which voltage magnitudes and phase angle differences between them are not equal. In which voltage magnitudes, which I have shown in the waveform, and also the phase angle displacement, that is, they are not equally placed. The angle between the R, Y, B also will differ. Such condition is called as what? Voltage unbalanced condition. This system is called as what? Unbalanced three-phase system. Now let us see the causes for occurrence of a voltage unbalanced condition in a system. Causes. The main cause for having a voltage unbalance in a system is large single phase loads. So the main cause of having a voltage unbalanced condition in a three-phase system is due to what? Large single phase loads. Large single phase, I can give the example for large single phase loads, that is induction furnace, or else I can say the example as a traction loads. What are the best examples for large single phase loads? Induction furnace, or else I can call it as traction loads. These are the main causes for having a voltage unbalanced condition in a three-phase system. Now let us see the consequences. That is, What is the major impact of having a voltage unbalanced condition in an equipment? Consequences. So the first consequence is due to the unbalanced system. The existing of negative sequences will be produced, which is very harmful. Due to the unbalanced voltages in a system. The existing of negative sequence components. Will be increased, which is harmful. Which are harmful. This is the major consequence due to the voltage unbalanced condition in a three-phase system. Now we will move to the next term, which is used in the power quality. That is transient. Now we move to the next important factor or important term which is used in case of a power quality, that is nothing but what? Transient. In general, transients are defined as short duration over voltages. In general, transients are defined as what? Short duration over voltages. In general, transients are defined as short duration over voltages, or else it can also be considered as a sudden change in a steady state operating condition. Or else transient can also be defined as what? Sudden change in one operating condition to other. That is steady state condition to other condition is also called as what? Transient. And the transient is completely undesirable. It is an event which is undesirable. I am going to define a transient again. Transients are the one which will occur for a short duration over voltages, which are defined as short duration over voltages, or else it can also be defined as a sudden change in a steady state operation condition to another. And the occurrence of transients in an equipment are completely undesirable in nature. The next important point regarding the transients is if the transients occurs in a microseconds range. If the transients occur in microsecond range, then those transients are called as impulse spikes. Impulse spikes. If the transients, that is, if the short duration over voltage occurs in a minimum time range, that is microseconds range, then those transients are called as what? Impulse spikes. If the same transients occurs in milliseconds range, then the type of transients are known as switching surges. Switching surges. Then that type of transients are known as what? Switching surges. So the transients which will occur in a microsecond range are called as what? Impulse spikes, and the transients which are occurs in a millisecond range are called as what? Switching surges. Are called as what? Switching surges. I can show you a waveform for your transient. So the special effect of having a peak. The special effect of having a peak on a normal waveform is considered as a transient. This type of transients are completely undesirable. Completely undesirable. Now we will know about the causes. So what are the different causes we have in order to get a transient in an equipment? In order to get a transient in an equipment. In order to get a transient in an equipment, causes of a transient. Causes of a transient. The main causes for occurring a transient is nothing but one is due to the abrupt load change, that is sudden load changes. There may be a chance of occurring a transient due to the sudden load changes, or else they can also be occurred due to the effect of lightning. Or else they can also be occurred due to the effect of a lightning. Due to the effect of a lightning. Now let us see the consequences. That is, what are the difficulties or what are the things the system or the equipment going to face when there is a presence of transients on it. When there is a presence of transient on it, there will be a resonant oscillation. There will be a resonant oscillation during capacitor switching. Which will damage the CT and PT. Due to the effect of transient. There may be a chance of damage of CT, PT during capacitor switching. So this is regarding transient. Transient is nothing but it is defined as a short duration over voltages. If the transients occur in a microseconds range, it is called as impulse spike. If the same transient occurs in a millisecond range, it is called as a switching surges. In general, the transients are completely undesirable. Mainly caused due to what? Sudden load changes or due to the effect of lightning, and the consequences what we are going to have due to the effect of transient is that there will be a damage of CT and PT during capacitance switching. Now we will discuss about the next term which is used in the power quality. That is interruption. So interruption is completely based upon the voltage sag. As we have discussed earlier, voltage sag is nothing but it is a sudden reduction in the voltage from 10 to 90% of the voltage. Sudden reduction in the voltage level from 10 to 90% of the voltage. That is how the voltage sag will occur. We have seen the waveform like this. 10 to 90% of voltage for few seconds. Then again you will get the normal voltage level. This is nothing but the occurrence of sag, where the voltage level will be decreased from normal voltage level to about 10 to 90% of the voltage level. That is called as voltage sag. Now I am going to give the definition of the interruption similarly to that of a voltage sag. When the voltage decreases or reduces to 100%, when the voltage decreases or reduces to 100% and stays for few cycles up to few seconds. and stays for few cycles up to few seconds is known as an interruption. Is known as an interruption. I will show you the diagram. This is nothing but a normal voltage at starting. Normal voltage at starting. This is nothing but magnitude V. This is minus V with reference to a voltage factor. When there is a effect of interruption is placed upon this, the voltage level completely decreases to 100%. Voltage level completely decreases to 100% for few cycles. For few cycles up to a duration of few seconds. Up to a duration of few seconds. Then again the voltage will come back to its normal position. This point is called as an interruption. This stage where the voltage is completely reduced to 100%. The stage where the voltage is reduced to 100% and stays for few cycles for a duration of few seconds is known as what? Interruption. Is known as what? Interruption. Now we will see the causes of an interruption. We will see the causes of an interruption. The interruptions are caused mainly due to the faults that occur in the system. Mainly due to the faults that occur in the system. Faults that occur in the system. Now we will see the consequences. Now we will see the consequences. So, if I have an interruption in an equipment, what will happen to that? What will happen to that particular equipment? Due to the presence of an interruption, it will create a stress on the equipment. It will create a stress on a equipment due to the high fault current. The first consequence is creates stress on equipment. Creates stress on equipment. And what about the current? The fault current will be very high. High fault current and also creates stress on the equipment. Stress on the equipment. This is regarding interruption. What is interruption? What is interruption? When the voltage level, when the normal voltage level reduces to 100%, when normal voltage level reduces to 100% and stays back for few cycles for a duration of few seconds is known as an interruption. Or else it can also be defined as when voltage sag reduces to 100%. When voltage sag reduces to 100% for few cycles up to a duration of few seconds is also known as what? Interruption. Is also known as what? Interruption. In general, there are two types of interruptions. In general, there are two types of interruptions. The first one is long interruption. The first one is long duration interruptions. The first one is long duration interruptions. And the second one is short duration interruptions. And the second one is short duration interruptions. Short duration interruptions. This is regarding the concept of an interruptions. This is regarding what? Concept of interruptions. Thank you. So these are the different factors which are used in case of a power quality. Which are used in case of what? Power